The Korea Institute for Curriculum and Evaluation has announced that the final mock exam for this year's suneung, expected to reflect the government's decision to exclude extremely difficult or killer questions, will take place on September 6th.
한국교육과정평가원은 일명 킬러 문항이라 불리는 극난도 문항을 배제하기로 한 정부의 방침이 반영될 것으로 예상되는 2024학년도 수능 대비 마지막 모의평가를 오는 6일 실시한다고 발표했습니다. Okay, so it's just 2 days away from now.
That's right.
It's this Wednesday, isn't it?
Yes, it's a long time ago, but I remember.
Do you?
Vaguely, yes. I remember the anxiety behind preparing for these mock exams.
Yeah.
I used to go to a high school that had monthly mock exams, and so it was a big deal for us. But yes, definitely, it's very much a nervous and anxious time around this time because it's like the last strip before the actual suneung.
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot of the seniors actually have to, have their pull before their final actual official suneung.
Exactly. Do we know how many students have applied for it this time around?
Yes, 2,039 high schools will be taking these mock exams, and 475,825 students have applied for the September mock exam.
네, 지금 얘기하신 약 47만 명의 학생이 이번에 모의평가를 본다고 해요. 그중에서 80%는 재학생, 20% 정도는 이제 졸업생 및 기타 수험생이 되겠습니다. 또 처음으로 EBS가요. 이제 모의평가 당일날 현장 교사단이 시험을 분석한 결과에 대해서
Yes.
정부 세종청사에서 브리핑을 갖게 됩니다.
That's right.
Let's look at the expressions.
That's right.
To reflect something.
To reflect something means that it will showcase something or actually talk about something or it will actually display something. So the government has mentioned that it won't give out such difficult questions on the mock exam. Before, there were certain questions in order to distinguish those students who actually can make higher scores or get higher scores with those distinguishing killer questions. However, the government said, no, let's not put too much pressure on the students by having those killer questions. Let's make it a little bit less of a burden.
그렇죠. 이제 앞으로는 시험에서 이 킬러 문항이라 불리우는 아주 어려운 그런 문제들은 배제하기로 한 정부 방침이 반영이 된다. It's going to be reflected
Yes.
라는 뜻이고요. 참고로 헤드라인에서 보면 extremely difficult or killer questions라고 했는데
That's right.
이거는 A 또는 B가 아니고요. A. 그런데 또 다른 말로 이렇게 말한다.
In
그래서
other
또 A.
words.
네, 둘 다 A 한 가지 얘기를 하는 것입니다. 자, 그래서 이런 킬러 문항, 이제 다시 말해서 극난도 아주 어려운 그런 문제들은 출제가 안 될 것으로 예상이 되고요. They're going to be excluded.
If you exclude something, you're removing something from a list or consideration. So you're keeping something out.
Exactly. 배제하다. 예문을 하나 가져오셨죠?
Yeah, that's right. So if I say exclude something, you can usually say vegetarians exclude meat from their diet.
Yeah, that's very true. Vegetarians exclude meat from their diet. 자, 다시 한번 제가 읽어보겠습니다. The Korea Institute for Curriculum and Evaluation has announced that the final mock exam for this year's suneung, expected to reflect the government's decision to exclude extremely difficult or killer questions, will take place on September 6th.